Returning to our top story this evening, today is the city's deadline for city workers to submit their vaccination status.
And to talk a little bit more about the legalities of this, ACLU Illinois Director of Communications and Public Policy, Ed Yohnka, is with us to explain some of these things. Hello to you, Ed.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Good to be with you.
Okay, a lot going on this. And as of this afternoon, the two sides in court. I want to start by getting sort of your initial reaction to everything that has transpired this afternoon. And if you could give us somewhat of a timeline of how you see this going.
Well, vaccine mandates are constitutional. And they can be in a setting where we have a virus that is lethal, that is easily spread, and we have a vaccine that is effective in terms of treating that. Those are the conditions that courts often require to uphold a mandate. I don't know exactly what's going to happen in terms of timeline with individual police officers. I will say it's amazing to me that people who have the power to initiate contact with residents of the city of Chicago are somehow suggesting that they don't have to get vaccinated. So, I think one would be hopeful to protect the health and safety of people all across the city, that the judge would rule in favor of the city and let the mandate go into effect.
Ed, you said vaccine mandates in general are legal. Is there any wrinkle, though, when you're talking about the city imposing it on a union? Should there have to be bargaining over it, for example?
Ben, that is the tricky part sometimes. But here's the thing. An employer, including the city as an employer, can require the vaccine of its employees for purposes of protecting the health and safety, not only of the other employees, but also for protecting the health and safety of the customers that are served, or in this case, the residents of the city of Chicago. It simply is, you simply are not permitted to opt out because you just don't want to, when in fact your decision affects not just you, but others. We do want exemptions. Everybody, I think, would appropriately understand for things like health, when people are allergic to something in the vaccine or et cetera. But in this instance, this is just sort of a cultural or a political statement about not taking the vaccine, and isn't really related to the vaccine itself.
And is that where this whole issue of the Illinois Healthcare Right of Conscience Act comes in, where there's been some incorrect interpretation of what that is?
That's exactly right. The Illinois Healthcare Right of Conscience Act was passed in order to assure that healthcare providers and institutions were not coerced into performing some care that they felt violated their religious or conscience beliefs. Largely, that was around, because you look at when these were passed, that was largely around the issue of not forcing doctors to perform abortions in the wake of Roe v. Wade. No one ever conceived that there was an individual right of conscience around a public health emergency during a pandemic. And so, our view is that the Healthcare Right of Conscience Act is being badly misused, in this instance.
Ed Yohnka from the ACLU of Illinois. As we mentioned, that court hearing between the city and the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge is underway right now, so our Megan Dwyer covering that. Will have updates throughout the evening. But Ed, thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much.
All right, more to come. In the meantime, we want to turn to our weather. A little rainy this week.